So, what do we have going on here? Luke Wagon, no longer VIP, unfortunately. Neville, also not VIP. That's interesting because Neville was here chatting. But to be fair, Neville isn't here chatting that often. So in some ways, it kind of makes sense. Jukebox, though, got to VIP, which I assumed was going to happen. Roxy's VIP again. Oh, nice. Hello, Cole. Got 500 points and an apple. Hello, Jukebox. You got your daily fruit redeem. 5 pieces of fruities. Okay, that was the first one. That was bad. And 500 points. So you're saying I'm VIP now? Yes. As I said yesterday, I think that you were likely going to be a VIP, and now you are VIP. You can always check your VIP progress by tapping !VIP. Hello, Lost Hero. I got an eggplant. Got a lot of new followers. Got a certain 144 followers in total, which is a crazy amount. Now, I did show these to Bailey, who said that well, Bailey, I guess, who is the character, does look young, which isn't what I was going for. And I can agree, but I'm not really sure what it is that makes that effect. So are we continuing where we left off, basically, I guess. Did I check? I didn't set title or anything, did I? Drawing a free emote, I guess it did send the wrong notification though, because I forgot to change that one. Hello, Emil, looks like you're done with your washing or fishing. Got 500 points, and you're say apple. I will say pear. You got an orange. Well then. Oh, look, Pumpkin streaming. The one thing might be the oversized eyes. I should okay. Okay, that does help. I feel like this is helping. I would Pond Punish 99% cured today. Still have a few more dishes, 2 baking trays and a skillet. Using a skill set. Then there's the stove top to clean. Yeah. There is 47% cute, eh? Half cute. But you are, for me, full cute. And that's all that counts. Woo woo. Now that I think about this, maybe the finger should be overlaid the other way around. Something like that. I know I'm putting way too much effort into this. But but I hope it's going to be good enough for me. What does Twitch contain videos like anyone's gonna watch them anyway? I don't know. Some might. I have at rare occasions watch a video. Much more likely to watch a VOD rather than a clip, I meant to say, than a full stream. But I have at time watched full stream, but it is very rare. It's only for very special occasions, but it is sometimes nice going to a previous stream just to check something out again, especially if you want to go and clip something. So it certainly has its usage. Even though I do understand that most people don't use it. But thank you for introducing a topic, I guess. Well, I'm gonna finish up the rest of the dishes, then then it'll be time for a shower. Okay, that's going to take some of the time. Have fun, as fun as you can have finishing dishes. I would help you if I could. So I'll give you moral support. do. Does larger or smaller hands make the cat look older or younger? Like if I make the hand smaller or larger. What if I do make it smaller? Thank you for following. The Ascended Shadow. Oh, that's a name. Appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yes. I hope you like your art. Because that's what I'm doing today. I do sometimes play games too. When I get all of this kind of like done. Then I hope I can get a schedule established. Down, down, down. And that's one side. I think that is helping. I think Bale isn't looking as young in this. I think this is an improvement. I think that is better. We could compare. We could comb a pair. See, that was a stupid joke. Do. Wait, what is? This is an older version. Yeah, it's definitely better. Better, I'd say. Is the reason for being jobless not schooling enough, or am I just not knowing of? Wait, what's the question? Needs more hair strands. No, I think it's good like that. I think it's good. But of course I do appreciate the feedback. Feedback that is actually a genuine thing and not just looks bad. Where's the hair? Could like continue down here, and then I don't know. Don't know if I should. Or if just ignore this area. I could. Do that, and then I have to not bother too much about that. Okay, so let's try to draw the line art and see how that goes. What's the worst can happen? It is cool to see him. Bailey is also an artist, a more experienced one, and it is cool to see when she makes art how effortless it looks from my perspective. You draw some lines and then nice done. And I'm struggling with. That's not how you draw it. That's how you move the whole thing. Oh, we're getting rated already. It's early. And Marin Frog. Okay, I need to show this. I'm drawing an emote. Had a raffle. And Haya Bailey Bear won an emote. And I got to choose. Because she let me. So I decided to make this. But what were you two up to? Peek. Ooh. You were playing with someone, right? Rated. I was rated once. They locked me into a stream. A Twitch stream. A Twitch stream with followers. And followers get to be rated. Right? Multiple of cactus is cacti. I mean, or cactuses. So should multiple of status be stati? I mean, if you want to. There's no fast. There's no hard rules regarding multiples. Some people will claim that, but I mean, in that case, I would claim other things. Like, I know that the word coach comes from Hungarian. It's not pronounced coach in Hungarian, but it's close. And like, it's like kochi or something. Not to be confused with kochi. But no, it's no, I don't remember. However, Hungarian plurals works by using the letter K, so therefore coach will in plural should not be coaches, it should be coachek. If we want to use that. Or you just say cactuses, it's fine. Anyway. Hello, Leafy. You got a mango. Hello, Lee. You got a pear. Pear. No, it should be the other way around. Mango is not really pink, but pinkish. And the pear is green. Leafy. Froggy. He claimed the fourth after the 5 first claims. Congratulations, that is 500 channel points. We are doing our week of peak. Ooh, week of peak. We made it to the top for the first time with Haruto recorder. Yeah, that was who you were streaming with. I think you were streaming with Loldew yesterday, and I think she said that she reached the peak, but you didn't yesterday, then I assume. But you made it to the top, unless she lied or I misunderstood you. But congratulations, you made it to the top. I've never played the game, barely seen anything from it. So, I actually don't know how tricky it is, but I would assume since that is like the core of the game, that would be the main challenge and quite difficult. So, this emote is looking cute. Thank you, Froggy. Well, swap fruits. There is actually a trade command. You can trade fruits if you want. Thank you for the headpads. And yeah, now you can have a green hand, Fatimi. The Finnish name for cottage cheese is fetajuusto. So the next intelligent thing to say would be Mötam fetajuusto. Okay. But cottage cheese in Sweden is typically called queso. But that is a brand that makes cottage cheese, and cottage cheese doesn't exactly have a Swedish name. Yes, that's why it's typically known as queso, even though I would assume it's a copyrighted name, so you can't just call anything that. Of course, comes from the Spanish word for cheese, just general cheese, which is queso. So it's not very creative. So I mean, in one way, you could just say, well, it's just a Spanish word for cheese, spelled according to Swedish pronunciation. Almost is pronounced a bit different. So therefore it can't be copyrighted. You could make that argument too. I don't know. Yep, Lolly made it, but we died. Well, I missed that. If that was mentioned, I missed that part. All I saw was Lolly celebrating reaching the top. So, well, I guess you two were forgotten while Lolly was celebrating the summit. We're gonna be off again to lunch now. Have a good afternoon. What you looking at yourself? I think you, Lay. Yes, you are. You're quite active here. Like a lot of streaming, if I understand it correctly. I don't really fully remember his schedule. It's something like, well, it's not hard for me to like quickly. It's scheduled here, right? Oh my, you have. Oh yeah, exactly. It's different now. Now you're doing a week of peak where you two are playing with one other streamer, a different one each day, 2 times a day. That is actually pretty cool. Shame I didn't have the game. Could jump in there on Thursday. It was quite early my time though. I mean, it's not early. I mean, it's 2 hours before I usually start. So anyway, and Merfrog, they use UTC, which makes it easier to convert to your time zone, as long as you remember what your UTC offset is, and it's perfectly easy, which is cool. Because I do know my UTC offset, which is +2 at the moment. But it's going to change to +1 in just a few weeks. But I am aware of it, so. Barely any other streamer does that. I do also use UTC on my schedule, which I posted like 2 months ago. Oops. Yeah, we got a stacked schedule. Yeah, it's full. Yes, I understand. And like, yeah, that was what I was going to check. Your regular schedule, which, if I understood it correctly, if I can scroll to one, there we go. Yeah, you do 3 streams Monday through Friday. 10, 14, and 19 UTC every Monday through Friday, if I understood it correctly, unless there's. But it does note starting times may vary, so might not be exact. But around this time then. So yes, there's a lot of. If you do want to see a lot of streaming, Leon Frog is there to provide. So yeah. So they will need their rest between each session. Hello there. There's 150 euros in my bag. I know it's not a lot, but it's weird that they are there. I mean, I assume you're from Finland, considering what you know, Finnish. I mentioned Finnish a bunch, so it's not too strange that you would have some euro on you or in your bag. It would be strange if someone from like South Africa would have some euros on them, because that's quite far away from any country using euros. I don't have a single euro, but I don't live in the Eurozone, so that makes sense. And not that close to, I mean, like, yeah, like the closest country is Finland, but land-wise is actually like there's a whole sea in the way, or the Easter Lake as it's known as. It's quite a big lake. I think some countries may be using euro illegally. Cyprus. Wait, are they using euros illegally? Kosovo and Montenegro too, I think. Wait, Cyprus is using it illegally? Aren't they officially part of the Eurozone? Is Cyprus using euro illegally? Well, I guess other stuff here. Is Cyprus in the Eurozone? EU recognizes the whole island as EU. But I thought they were using euro legitimately, because they are part of the EU. So I'm not saying that means that you're automatically using it legally, but the Kosovo and Montenegro definitely. Yes, it says here. As according to Wikipedia, every country that is using euro and is part of the European Union are part of the properly using the euro. Then there is a monetary agreement with non-euro countries, which with Andorra, Monaco, San Marino, and the Vatican City, they are allowed to use the euro despite not being part of the EU. And then there are only 2 countries that has unilaterally adopted the euro, Montenegro and Kosovo. Montenegro wants to join. And Montenegro wants to join the EU, but the EU is like, well, you have been using the euro before you were allowed to. That means that we have to give you a reasonable punishment. Because now Montenegro's like, yeah, sure. Give us a punishment. I'm still willing to, like, we agree on the punishment. Or something like that. Something like that. Not exactly know the details. Outdated info. Oh yeah. Good thing I could help you update your info. Wait. When did Cyprus adopt? No. When did Cyprus join the Eurozone? I guess. Cyprus joined the European Union in 2004 and adopted euro on the 1st of January 2008, according to EU. So, any euro area member since the 1st of January 2008. So, when they, according to EU, officially adopted it, they officially did it so legally. Did not know if they did that so illegally prior to that, but so your info is certainly outdated by a few years, like 17 years, but yeah. Was like the ad that was running on the radio many years ago. Was almost like going on the internet or something, and I'm like, oh, they built a bridge between Sweden and Denmark. I'm like, yeah. A little late to the news. But it's a neat bridge because it's a bridge that goes into a tunnel in the middle of the waters. Just dives into the water. And then you come out that tunnel in Denmark. If you go from Sweden, of course. The other way around, you go into a tunnel to enter Sweden, but then it just jumps out of the water and then bridge across the remaining path. Not sure why they didn't. I mean, I guess it's cheaper than building a tunnel the whole way. I'm good at math, not geography. Okay. Bye. Well, I'm not sure if that's all I have. Well, I guess it's geography. If you consider that geography, I guess in a way it is. Very. I guess it might be. For some reason, this reminds me of that meme. If Finland does not exist because it's 1% of the world population and the margin of error is 1%. Sounds like that would apply to... I mean... Which country exceeds 1%? To have 1% of the world population, you need 80 million people. Which actually is kind of a small number. There's 100 of the world population. But yeah. There's several countries that have more than 80 million people. But Finland is not one of them. But yeah, that's sounds like a great fallacy. I've heard one. I want to make a good joke about that, but I don't know any. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't even know which fallacy it falls under, but it certainly must be a fallacy. Yes, it would apply to a few countries, I think, but that meme is targeted. It's targeted. And also, if you consider the amount of surface area the Earth has, and how many countries does not exceed 1% of the Earth's surface area. 80 million. Finland has 5.5 million population, yeah. Finland, Norway, and Denmark has like each 5 million people. Sweden has 10 million in like rounded numbers. That's a thing I would like. But that's a really long time ago. But the population numbers hasn't changed that significant since. So it's still true. Because yeah. Wait, do I do any? Yeah, I guess I'm doing them black. Do. Any other interesting things? Maybe Bale also looks small because the arm is big. There is that. And I could try to make the armor smaller, but I don't know how. It's a big arm, okay. Shows that Bale isn't afraid of nomming on one much larger now. Alright, it shouldn't actually have that because that was part of the eyebrow actually, but well, whatever. I guess I've drawn it already, so I guess it's too late now. it does have quite a large nose. Let's enlarge this. Do. Well, cold. Do you like how Bailey's turning out? Now I'll zoom in, but I can zoom out. The only reason that Finland only has 5.5 million population is because no one can bear the boredom Finland consists of. Maybe. I know how we can increase Finland's population to like 3 times its population. Well, it wouldn't technically not change Finland's population, but it would change the country's population though. And the joke was to become part of Sweden. So it wouldn't change Finland's population, but it would change the country's population. I wonder what if you actually had a population numbers not for Finland, but for the country that has the territory Finland holds. So first Finland was part of Sweden. So you would have like the population number for Sweden, and then Finland broke away from Sweden. I don't exactly remember the exact details, but if I understood it correctly, because I'm terrible at history, it was occupied by Russia. So then you will see the population numbers on the swap from the Swedish population to the Russian population, and then Finland broke away from Russia and became independent, and then the population number will go from Russia's population to Finland's actual population, and then it will continue from there. They will be funny. I actually don't know how. Vine boom. I don't know. I don't have sound effects. Quote of the day. Okay, let's hear the quote of the day. I'm not sure if I'm ready. But I will try to be ready. Here it comes. Any moment now. It's a long quote. It takes time to type. There we go. No, it was someone else. Maybe that's the quote of the day. Pon, do you want me to name a character after you in Tactics Ogre Reborn? Well, want? I don't exactly know, but I mean, I don't exactly feel like an ogre unless there's another species that you would name. I mean, if you want to honor my silliness, you're free to do so, but don't exactly have a desire personally. So if you do want to name it after someone else instead, that's perfectly fine as well. It's a very similar game to Final Fantasy Tactics than what I played, but I don't know Final Fantasy Tactics. I think there are a few, but I currently don't have access to humans. Oh, I see. Final Fantasy had a bunny race. So, I mean, if it was a bunny and you decided to name the bunny Pon, that would make sense. I mean, very kind of you. So, I mean, I appreciate it. That you would like to do such so. Why is Bailey numbing Iku? I assume you meant you. This is not me. I mean, you could actually see this at Pon hand, and I'm actually, but although when I add a color, I'm going to use the generic color that Bailey is using for, or maybe not Bailey, but is used on the generic chat color, which is plain white, I think, which is not what Pon looks like, because Pon is lilac. From cuteness aggression. Oh, I'm getting attacked. Did you get any cute plushies? Well, Pon is worth. Oh, look, more plushies. Look at that. A whole queue. Oh, the bunny stuck in my head. Thank you for all the plushies. I should change the background so I can see what I have colored or not. Wait, something like that. Range carrot or melee carrot? Wait, do you want... Alright, that's what you asked. Do you want to be a melee, ranged, or magic classes? I said I want to be classes. Yes, you did a correction there. I don't like classes. I would say, like, if Pon, like, with current Dream Bunny theme, I would say that Pon probably would be the best as a magic. I should draw like a Pon a fantasy setting, something like that. Pon is the magic class, or something like that. I think that would be okay. Now I need the general character. Okay, it's actually not pure white. I'm going to use it, I think. Well, I'm using it already, so it's too late. It's slightly gray. So there's a slight tone difference. I don't think there are carrots in the game. Oh, how sad. I need to color this part as well. Well, you know, don't want to be part of the game. Okay, now. I decided to want to kind of half move away from carrot and go. Wait, why is this not pure white? There it is. There it is. Now it's pure white. Okay, which order do these go in? Is it consistent between the artworks? Oh, it is. Okay, so pink and okay, so it's white, pink. And then the last one is blue. I wonder what the colors represent. Strange set of colors. Okay. Although I might want to add a bit more blue to balance it out, and maybe even more white. is more balanced. So, then what is Pon gonna use as a weapon? Her undies. Oh yeah, because of course the only two options Pon has for form of attack is carrots and underwear. Right. I forgot about that aspect of Pon. Buff Pon. Wait, buff Pon? What are you talking about? Rampages in, gives Pon a big berserker hug. Let's go and rampages out. Well, Takirosh, you sure made an entrance. Thank you for the hug. Did you know there's a hug command? Sounds like you should have the berserker style of message when you do a hug. Do. This one doesn't show. But should repair some of the emotes. Bailey does look kind of young. So I guess me. Okay, and then these are just a hint like that. Maybe even more. Okay, can I try to? No, it's so blurry, so I probably won't be able to. Cherry. Oh yeah, I can't draw with color until I inserted color. Oh, maybe this amount then. But it's like thinner. Let's go with that. Maybe 8, but no, and then let's go with that. Undecisive. If I think, therefore I am think, or am I am. To think is to be, but am I think. Therefore I am not think, but be. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You are you're a think. I think you're silly. How about that? Okay, and then I will do shading because that's a thing sometimes used, but it is used here, so I would use it for the sake of consistency because it will look better. And this is not blood, don't worry, don't scream. Thank you for following. It's Luna Dragon. I assume your name is Luna. It's Luna the Dragon. Boring. Well, I think before I speak. How about that? I do try to think before I speak as well. Sometimes I speak before I think. No, I don't think I do that. I mean, I guess I do think extra after I speak too, so I might retract the statement. But I do think something before I speak. I hope, at least. But that doesn't mean I'm thinking well. if I put it like that. Something like this. If you wanna do that, well, I wanna do that. Just the person on the stage, just to the person in the crowd. What? What is going on here? Yeah, we're going to have an ad break in like 1 minute. Chat is confusing me. I'm a streamer, I'm calling you chat now. You lot. How about that? What if I call you that instead? So, although I probably want to add shadow below the hair as well. It's not on because I'm looking at how the other emotes are made, so it kind of fits in the set, if that makes sense. It doesn't stand out. But yeah, it doesn't have shadow below the like below the hair top. So I will continue after the ends, which will play at I speak before I. Oh wait, no. Looks like you sent a message before you were done with it. Let's play some clips, and I will go and get some water, and I'll be right back.
The crab doesn't trick me. Can I jump on this? I can. You're supposed to grab this. I mean, there's an exclamation point. I don't get it. Okay, you're on your own, chestnuts. Like, I don't know. My persona is a bunny because bunnies are my favorite. Bunnies are my favorite because they have the ability to not fire rockets.
Oh yes, what was Mr. Pokemon's big discovery? Pokemon handing the mystery egg to Professor Elm. This is just a chicken egg. Time round the blocks. Which blocks? These blocks aren't round. You lured me in with round blocks, also known as balls. These are not balls. I didn't even win anything. That's double disappointment. There we go. That's how I did. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, no, don't get stuck like squatting time. No. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4. That was something? 5. How many points do you give that? 6.
I guess that could be
7.
part of the challenge to not get a game over.
9.
Wow, I didn't know you
10.
ran.
Haha. I'm getting afraid of monsters.
No,
Getting afraid.
I started saying there we go, but nope, there we didn't.
Where is... Oh, here's the traffic. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I forgot I was driving in United Kingdom. Driving the wrong side of the road. The sound hippos make. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is going so terrible at the moment.
what did I do different last time I played this that made it so easy? How is it? That makes no sense. Is this perfect game buggy or something?
This is the last round. Finish him off.
But it's not what? This is not. This doesn't make no. This makes no sense at all. I can play the same level for 3 hours, 5 hours, 7 hours.
This makes no sense at all.
See?
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the game now. It just put me at the last round when I quit at the second round. It was weird. So, as always, it's quite a limited amount of shading. Interestingly enough. There. And then I kind of didn't add a tufts there. Which there should be. That's a mistake. The Mary's outside. Do. Let's see here. Like that. Let me see, do you have a channel today, but whatever. Now I'm gonna want any. Since I noticed it. Otherwise it would drive me insane. No, but is anything here? Do. Do. Like that. Done, and then do. Okay, that's good. Do. Do. Bounce. Yeah, I think I covered all of it. Well, you have covered it in red. Yes. Yes, I did. Do. Whoa, Halloween themed. Okay, let's see. I do want to match the shading here, I said. Because I want it to be part of the set. I want my emote like oddly stand out. Okay, it definitely needs to be stronger. Oh, that is close. That is very close. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's as close as I can get. Alright, it's pretty close, I'd say. Yeah. That I'm happy with. Link that part. Bounce, more bouncing. Hey. There's not really anything else I could put a shine on. It would be like this. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Pretty cool, right? Let's save again. Saving up then. No, that's the correct size. Nom nom. Was barely nom. Okay, I think this one turned out pretty nice. I should send that one away. Nom, no, that's a different nom. Hello, Sweaty. Hello, Pon Pon. You got your daily fruit. I wonder if there's one more first 5 redeem you can do. Or maybe they run out. Let's see now. Eating Pon Pon, nom nom. I thought it was eating popcorn, not Pon Pon. Just to be clarified, that Bailey's not biting Pon Pon. That's not what Pon Pon looks like. Okay, do you know what Pon Pon looks like? No one has an idea what Pon Pon looks like, right? Who knows what Pon Pon looks like, right? Well, for one, Ponpon has a lilac arm and not so stubby fingers, but I guess it's visual style to do stubby fingers. So, yes, fair enough. So, time to send it away. Okay, time to send it away. I'm happy with this. I think it's turned out cute. Hope Bailey adds it. Good time to fill some holes. Wait, why is there 3 more codes with filled? Sometimes when we search for a word, I'm surprised how many codes there are. Well then, I'm happy to be done with this. At the size of okay, how large is maybe 25? That size. I mean, I could see it fitting. It's not a perfect match. Of course, this is only correct size if you're viewing this in full HD. And like actually filling your full HD size of your screen. Well then. Done drawing the 3 emotes. For my own emotes. We got this one. No, that's an upset Pon. I don't when my holes are being filled. There's many holes in the wall. Or your mouth hole being filled with food when you're hungry. Flapping those ears. Pompa wouldn't be able to really do it that way, would she? Well, I guess I can figure it out when I'm going 3D. Well, I got some more to do. And then I have to actually draw them at the end. Although I did see someone having an emote that looks something like this. And I kind of liked it. Can't really do it as well as the emote I'm looking at. Perfect. Okay, let's bring up the reference upon so I can actually see what I'm doing. And also, you turn me brown. Why do I have Pon? Here's Pon. This is a picture showing Pon's new look. Also, I don't need these anymore since I did the biting one. Some reference pictures to the biting one. Da. Also, I also need to have this one so I can see what I'm referencing. Although more brown. Mm-hmm. So, yes, so. Also, I didn't get the quote of the day. I'm disappointed. How is your day, Pun Pun? It's usual for me, nothing special. Always the same every day. Still just getting through the days. Waiting for that miracle day to happen. Basically. Maybe I can get more respect at that point too. Because I'm not. Oh, yeah, that's also how I would think too. It is not great in my if you're actually wondering how I'm feeling, like if I take everyone in my like family relatives that I know, there's only one single person who is not transphobic adjacent. That's how terrible it is. Either people are transphobic or they are in some way aligning them with the transphobes in one way or another. So it's not great. So so when you're asking me how I am, well, there's that. There's that. And I guess a lot of what happens when you have so many transphobes that people choose to not like accepting the transphobia and sides with the transphobes as well, because they just normalize it. It's terrible. People are terrible. So there, yeah, chocolate. I'm a chocolate bunny. I looked away for a second. What are we drawing now? We're drawing a pun pun emote. A happy pun pun emote. Kind of hard for me to get the correct look here. I don't know why OBS is just cutting out the last part of so much stuff. Doesn't matter if I play sound or video, it just cuts the very last part of it. It's not really the look I'm going for. I'm not really getting this to work the way I want. tired than anything, which is not what I'm going for. Drawing emotions is tricky. I mean, in what sense, I guess there's some tiredness that goes with this, but with emotion. But it's not the intended look. Do, 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 do. And then people have the audacity to say like, oh, we don't get to meet you so often. No, only way. I don't like to hang out with assholes. At least if I said that, they probably don't want to. Well, I mean, oh no, they will be upset that I don't like to be discriminated against. Wow. Pun, how can you say such a... I wouldn't expect pun to say the word arsehole. I know it is surprising when it happens. Also like disappointed pun. This is kinda what I want to go with. I don't want to go with tired. But being disappointed kinda evokes tiredness to it as well. Yeah, that makes sense. If that makes sense. I feel like a more squished one. Gives off the expression by okay, what happens if I Comban, just to tell you, I could be like these people. I've got a Grim Reaper outlook on life. Not really fun of the repeat offenders. What? I'm not. I didn't really exactly understand what you're trying to say there. I appreciate your comment. Do. Yeah, I don't like because plus due to me being discriminated. I think I said that at the very start. Yeah. I think. Oh yeah. Was even established as. Yeah, someone kept referring to me as they while using he for other people. And I'm like no. That just sounds awkward. But they, since I don't specify who it is, who it was, agreed on using she to refer to me. We'll see if they do that. So that would be good if it actually happens. But anyway, whenever I talk about fingers, my friend starts talking about fingering someone. I'm concerned of their hearing. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, not everything has to be like that. I understand. So that's when you have this face. I wonder if I want to small adjustments. Well, the negative feelings, but convey very different. Different expressions. What would this one be called then? I don't know what this one would be called. No. Okay, now I'll use this face. Why do this for fun? What do you mean? All of a sudden, we were having such a good time here, and then. Cool! Code likes it. Surprise! Well, I did not appreciate that surprise. Perhaps we could not have that surprise happen again, please. Silly pun. If you don't want anyone to see, why are you wearing such cute ones then? Well, maybe for today. No. But I can't be sure someone else will try the same thing. But they don't have to because you just did. Okay, can I... Okay, that's really what I'm looking for. Look at this. Nope, and that's not what I'm looking for. Anyway, No, they don't really. Dancing cats. Boom, boom. What's your favorite vegetable? Mine is ribeye steak, medium rare. That doesn't sound like a vegetable. Hmm. Same but Blu-ray. I would prefer an ultra rare steak, very personally. How would you like your steak? Well, I'd like it legendary. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I'm using multiple references here. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly here. Not exactly, but I'll continue. This is a great one. Perfect. Scared funny mode. I need to see if I can find a better reference. And I will not find a better one. Need a database base of all emotes that have ever existed. Just to so I can go through it and check out all the art. That is not what I clicked on. There we go. Nail bite. Nail bite is 1, 2. Whoa, what's happened there? I got more coffee last night. Now I'll be able to make it through the week. That's good. Very good. I don't want you to not make it through the week, of course. So that's good to know. Missed a tiny bit. I gotta see if I can improve this. This was a start, but As already. It is an hour since. Not just yet, but in like 4.5 minutes. And then I also need. I'm using so many references now. Try to mimic the style I made. It was much more weird. Consider I don't draw it like that. But I think if I draw the arm here, cover up some of this anyway. Da. Are you saying a shrimp fried these rice? That's also a favorite combination of other Riemann uses. A shrimp that is frying rice. The hand is a bit weird, but what was the dress even look like? Who knows? Who knows? This must play at the very top then. Not play. Okay, but what goes around in this area then? Don't even get drink pun and warm high spaces. Man, I haven't even had breakfast or my shower yet. You better get your breakfast. Take your breakfast into the shower. Should be so loafy in bed. Sounds nice though. Oh, ad break. I'll be right back. It's just 3 minutes. PC. No, I'm going to die. Oh, so few pixels from winning. But it's fine, I didn't die. I lost the mask, but I didn't die. But I'm allowed to die 3 times though. I should probably have disabled that. Just because I'm allowed to do 3 times doesn't mean I have to die 3 times. Come on now. Look, a cutscene with evil Pun Pun.
Whoa! You said it, Crash.
We can meet with the others after we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
Just like that. Well, it worked anyway. So I guess that's a celebration. I thought I had messed up there.
I can't smell anything.
Yeah, you got no nose.
Yeah, maybe I was that silly. I mean, I am silly.
So, squatting.
Like that. That was silly.
E. 1. This is the E place. You're not allowed to E. 2. 3. E. 4. Not allowed to E. 5. I'm Eing a lot there. I'm sorry. 6. For breaking the E law. 7. Mines usually have long shafts. This
8.
seems more like a ravine.
9.
Yeah, you like long shafts, don't you?
10.
Anyway. There's nothing wrong with liking a long shaft, now is there? Yes. There we go. Oh. Cheating game. In certain contexts, they're very useful. Wait. I wasn't ready. I was drinking. She looks a bit worried. She's actually. I wasn't ready. I was drinking. I can also see that she's not holding the wand correctly, but I mean we can't beat that big, can we? She has green eyes. They need food. I am okay. Wait, let's switch back to. Like she stopped shaking. So, yeah, yeah, so I was throwing on this one. Okay, jukebox asks, who is the mystery head pattern? This emote. Who knows? Who knows who that is? It's a magical. It's a secret grey hand. Could be anyone, who knows? Do they even have headpad here? Did I miss headpads? I must have. Well, there's a hug. There's no headpad here. Well, that's a bit silly. How did I miss that one? And no one said anything. Boom. Do. Anything, Gil? Thank you for saying anything. I appreciate it. Not only someone who said anything. And I can appreciate that. That should be appreciated. The feeling when afraid pun. I was looking at something. Sorry about that. Yes, we're going to have some pun feelings here. I feel like this is the, or should it be the face one? It's going to be a face. It is hard to get the there we go. This is the correct emotion. And then something big shows up. Anyway. Do. Some of the dishes I washed today are things I'll need for tomorrow, like the baking trays for cooking plunder. Well, I hope those are still cleaned for tomorrow. Or is a risk that they won't be. Yeah. They won't be clean when I need them, yeah. Yeah, as usual. As usual, as you usually explain. I think you've said that, if I recall correctly, but I might not recall correctly. Basically, you use something, but you can't use it because it's dirty, so you clean it, and when you're done using it, you clean it again, so you clean it twice. And then you leave it, because now it's cleaned. And then next time you're going to use it, it's dirty again, and no one has cleaned it, and then you have to clean it again, so you basically have to clean everything you used twice. Once, because the previous person who used it didn't clean it, and the second time because you clean it after you use it, and no one else does. And no one else seems to realize why stuff is just clean for some reason. Like, every time I use something, I'll leave it dirty, and the next time I should use it, it's magically clean. I wonder why. It must become clean after you just leave it sitting there for a while. It's like magic. It's like magic. You got a nice clean stove, but it won't even be clean when I buy water tonight to brew coffee, even not even tonight. Such a vicious cycle, I know it well. Oh, you're also in a situation where you have to clean everything, but other people use the stuff too and never clean it. Well, yeah. I don't think that's a vicious cycle. I don't think that's what it means. That is not a vicious cycle. They're just people who are inconsiderate. That's just what it is. And it's usually my brother who uses stuff. The same brother who will complain about the dirty dishes as if he isn't the one leaving them around everywhere. And does anyone say anything like, well, it's your dishes? I don't know. I don't live there. Do. Maybe it's a good idea that I don't live there. For my sanity. I don't know how you make it there. Sounds insane. I don't know, I should have this. Sounds insane. La 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 da. Is he willing to pay him $100 a week, yes, to clean up after himself? I wish I could get that money for just cleaning up after myself. I'm doing it anyway. That's the problem. I do it anyway. Oh, I see. That's the trick. Do. This is a good pun. Pun is a good bunny. I don't know, the exact expression isn't really going as I want it to, but what can I do? Aside from redrawing the expression, I guess. Down. Still don't. Is there anything in this line now? Still not sure about this area. Ugliest question mark, yeah. Could try to make some like this. $100 a week just for being clean. Well, not for being clean, but too clean after himself. Oh, I wanted to even help his wife around the house. She'd work 8 hours a day, asking for just an hour of help around the house, but he still wouldn't do it. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I would never do that. Also, like, not a great relationship. Damn. Well, at least this is something. It looks funny. I guess this is scared. Still don't have a name for one of them though. What should I call this one? What do you want to type out to find this one? Is basically the question. I have the blush, I have the other blush. I have so many blushes. But it's fun too. I actually have one more. It's not on this one. It's put separately. It's the cheering one. Which will be different. Here's the data this computer doesn't even show more than once a month. Shower more than once a month. Wears the same clothes for a month straight. Crazy. All sounds like someone else in. Anyway, I use the guards trying to search for emptying the dishwasher. Ooh. They're usually stained with whatever he spills on himself. We need to get the Remian out of there. Sounds frustrating to deal with. There we go. That's the motion. Okay, actually, another email. Making new ones. Keeping new ones, not doing the ones I've written down that I have to do. Then you do smell when he comes out of his room. Oh, as soon as you open the door and mapped, you can see this smoke. Oh my. I don't know if this is working. This. Yeah, we can just do this. Also, I didn't add any sparkles to this face. Why do I keep forgetting about it? There we go. Um. Okay, that's naturally working out. Gotcha. Reroll that. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Extra kill shots anyway. I guess it's kind of hard to get the effect I'm looking for. It's not the easiest. I will admit. Not the easiest. Do. Do. But yeah, roadkill. Fun. That is a funny way to sum this one up, I guess. Da, da, da. I like that description. This one would be called either like flat or dead. But I mean, I guess it could be called roadkill as well. I guess that wouldn't be a terrible name either. She's just sleeping face down. You know, like a bunny sleep. This is just how Pon sleeps. It's not perfect, but not done perfect, but it does work. I need to add a pattern to the back of the ears. We can minger for the emotes. Even if it wouldn't be super accurate to the actual size. Do. Do. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back here, maybe also go outside. Bye. Okay, Jukebox. Have a lovely day. Sally. I'm gonna take my plushies. Hmm. Do 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 do. Do you like it? It looks like it could be stretched out this way. It's perfect. It's not perfect, but it'll do. I said I didn't know I want to call it splatter, maybe even roadkill at this point. I think splat would be better. It more represents what other people call it. Do I even have a splat emote? No, oh, because that's not how you splat. Nope. Closest is this. Not really the same. I don't think I can stream for too long today because I have to do a bunch of cooking. But okay, maybe I'll do the head pat because I actually have to do some of the existing ones. But cooking is Colt. Give me a name for this emote. What should this one be called? Give me a good name for it. Disgruntled. Oh, that's quite a name. Deadpan. At least that's better. I mean, disgruntled was quite a term. Okay, you know what? Why don't we search for synonyms for disgruntled synonyms in English? What honor would that be? Dissatisfied, discontented, aggravated, resentful, fed up. I mean, I guess fed up would be displeased, unhappy, disappointed, disaffected, malcontent, angry, irate. Yeah, this is irate. Annoyed, already using that one. Cross, exasperated. What happens if I search for a word like exasperated and then look at the pictures? Well, not really. The emotion. Very different reactions there. And also, I don't think people have an idea what exasperated really is. Exasperated, yeah, exasperated, which I say because I'm weird, because I'm not a native English speaker. Having one's patient greatly taxed, greatly annoyed, made furious. Okay, I guess it does have a range then. Indignant. Wait. You might have had like a weird term like that. A weird term, but like a term that is not commonly used in my experience. maybe this represents indignant. Maybe I should use that one. Vexed, irritated, piqued, irked, put out of temper, sulky, sullen, petulant, peevish, grumpy. Maybe grumpy. Maybe that's a simple one to use instead. Curlish, testy, peeved, miffed, aggravated, riled, peed off. I guess you can be peed off. I mean, if you can be pissed off, I guess you can be peed off as well. Just like you can be pissed on and peed on. Hot under the collar. Oh my. If Pon Pon puts on a collar, she might be hot under the collar. Maybe the expression should be more below. Frowned off. Narked. That should be what I should have, like let's achieve let's achieve this goal, and then for the following 5 streams I will have Pon Pon narked. People will correct reading it as something else. Edgy, no, eggy it says. Not best pleased. Oh, that sounds very sore. Vex. You already listed vexed. Snuffy. View 2 vulgar slang words, why not? Pissed off, because peed off was not vulgar. And pissed, which can also mean other things. I guess all of these could mean other things too. When I say grumpy, is grumpy a good term? Grumpy. Okay, there we go. What was I going to do? I was going to draw the head pet. Give me another attempt at drawing a head pet. I'm drawing with white. That seems like a good idea. Yes. Although there should be a tuft of hair here. Okay, this is the initial rough sketch. Now to action reference what one looks like, and then draw it more accurately. This is the band The Ark. And they do use some terms that might be seen as more British in their songs, including terms like bloody and wanker. Those are very British terms, I think. Which is nice, I guess. Not in this song though, but... And they are not a British band. Which makes it more interesting than a non-British band. A non-English band. No, non-native English speaking band. I think. Chooses to use very British terms. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah. I do have a very wide range of music in my library, which includes songs from very different cultures and such as well. Do, do, do. And I do like it when there's some variety in style they sing instead of doing the same kind of singing in every single song. Do, do, do. Which makes it funny because I do have, because the Ark, which I mentioned, which uses more British, is a Swedish band as far as I know. But I should probably double check that. I'm pretty sure they are Swedish because the people I know think, yeah, exactly, it's a Swedish band from Rottne. Exactly, they have people like Ola Salo, Mikael Jeppsson, Lars Ljungberg. Sounds very Swedish. And the other one is Bass Hunter, which is also a Swedish person who also does British English. I don't know, a lot of British musicians, that does not. Do have I think it's Lily Allen with 1 L, 2 L's in total, I guess. Well, 4 L's in total. Who is, yes, from United Kingdom 2. Apparently not longer named Allen. But I guess that's still the artist name. Would make sense to keep it. Who also uses British pronunciation, which I also have in the library. What's called the patch mode? I don't remember. Which I don't have in the library, I think. I don't remember what I have. Which also use British pronunciation. I think they are from. I really don't know more. So I don't have. So for all the British, do I have more Swedish musician in the library using British pronunciation than British musician in the library? I do have a lot of Swedish musicians in the library, of course, but most of them are in Swedish. I don't know. That's an interesting question I haven't thought about. Happy Tuesday! Also, violent souls, everything. Isn't fun, right? Also, I'm willing to be your pet. Ooh. How do I politely tell a coworker? Period. By saying... No, I'm ignoring the rest of the comment. Intentionally. Why should your shit be more important than my shit? Well, depends on what kind of shit it is. It is not, I would say, in general, I would disagree. Unless they are in a position at work where they are more important than you. Since most workplaces have a hierarchy. But if you're like on the same level, then it should be more of a case-by-case basis to determine whose shit is more important. Still calling it shit. This is a foul language, I know. Also, it's been 3 hours and I said I do have to because I don't know how long cooking will take. So I might want to stop earlier today just to ensure that I have the time enough to cook. Because otherwise, because cooking might take a while and don't want to. Do you like this headpad? I mean, it's different from the other headpads, the previous headpad, but this song is where he sings that he wants to live with someone and that there is absolutely no doubt in that, and that is so obvious. But I do still find it interesting because that was the thing I thought was the case in the past, where they typically specify the gender of the person they're singing to about and so on. But apparently not. It seems to be very uncommon to actually specify the gender, so yeah. I guess this song works any way you want it to be. So, wait, what did the timer say for ads? Oh no, ads will play. I wanted to pause the ads because I was thinking I forgot to tell that today might be a shorter stream, but I think I haven't agreed with anyone on. But anyway, there's the headpads. Do you like it? Yeah, and I will continue reading. Nope, you're someone in another team. People like to knee-jerk talk to me because of experience. What does that mean? Freaking Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Okay then. You go do your cooking. I should do that. At least I got donuts. Do the nuts. Should we really be doing nuts in... I'm sorry. I want donuts. That's how we should spell dough that you bake with. Pizza dough, right? Pizza dough. Pizza dough. Looks cute as long as it's approved. I know it's different, but it doesn't have to be the same. Like when the doctor hits your knee with a hammer, it automatically moves. A knee-jerk reaction. I'm trying to. I'm not. I don't really understand what the people like to knee-jerk talk to me cause of experience. I don't know like what you're trying to say with that. We call it sometimes what someone automatically jumps to doing when there's an issue. Oh, okay, so what you're trying to say is that people try to talk to you because you have experience and they believe that you would automatically have the solution or something like that. I have been with the company IT for long, and most people so people come to me with issues that I don't handle. I see, so they are asking you for helps that are irrelevant to your field. Well, that's not very useful, because all you can say at that point is, well, I don't know, that's not my field, I don't know. There we know, I've never done that. So, lovely people, lovely papakanis, we should go and raid someone. What if we went to someone we haven't raided in long enough, so that I don't have and I don't know when I raided them last. Someone started streaming, but I don't think that we could go to, I don't know, we could go to Neville. Yeah, we can go to Neville. Neville is a bunny. I'm a bunny. So we will bunny no to okay, I don't know if the like love command works. Okay, what if we do a different? What if we do if you're subscribed you can do it. What if we do that instead, including the initial exclamation point love as the rate command? If you're subscribed you can do it. If you're not subscribed, because I think that's a follower emote. If you're not subscribed, which emote? Then you can use any other bunny emote that you have access to. Yeah, you can do sword because there's a heart on the sword. It doesn't have to be a heart. If you're not subscribed, you can use anything else. That's fine. Preferably with bunnies. And if you don't have any bunny emote, I mean, it doesn't really see Rabbit Stampede. Should we add Rabbit Stampede? No, let's go with that. Let's just go with what you have written so far. What's your eye, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yes. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, preferably use another emote. And if you don't have an emote, preferably. But if you don't have an emote, just use any other emote. Or maybe the one with a heart, because that would be fitting. So I will start the raid. Because I don't know if the command works. Hopefully the command works, because each time you do the command, it spawns a bunch of hearts. That would be fun to have a whole rain of hearts. So the more people who can join in doing exclamation point love. So even if you don't put any emotes, just to do exclamation point love anyway. You don't have to put any emotes. Just do the command, it will be fun, and then we do it. And it will be fun. I think it will be fun at least. But that's me. So, other than that, I don't have anything to add. I will make some food. I should maybe get I don't know. I should get myself a maid dress. Other than that, I don't know. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.